Hello guys, this is Shari. Welcome back to the channel. Now look, last night's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville was good. It was a hot mess. It was a hot mess, but I feel like it was a mess that needed to be cleaned up. I feel like it was a mess that needed to be had, okay? Someone needed to tell Tisha the business and stand on business without blinking, without sugarcoating it, and I feel like that's what Shanita Foster did. I feel like that's what Shanita Foster did, and I love it because I commend all women. You know, any of the viewers, you guys that's listening, any of the subscribers that's listening, I commend you guys for being able to go off on a woman respectfully. It's nice, nasty, but it's still respectfully. She did it without using any profanity, any cuss words, it was no calling out of the name. It was no hands to be thrown. She didn't get up to make it seem like she was trying to fight. You know what I mean? Like, I love that so much because I can't do that. I may not be so quick to jump to fight, but I have a nasty mouth when I get mad. So and I can't control it, and that's a lot of people, and that's why I say I commend the people that can do what Shanita did, because I can't do it. It's always like some name calling with me, and I understand that they're gonna call me names back or whatever, but I'm just saying that's where I go. So I love the fact that she was able to do it nice and tactfully and all that. So the episode starts out with all the ladies going to the airport, getting to the airport. Not Stormy, but Sunny walks in. They're all dumbfounded, flabbergasted, disappointed that Sunny is there. And Sunny is going to be present on the trip, especially Tisha. Now, this is a person who done sat up here and brought the ops to the person's trip and gonna say, I wanted it to be a fun trip. It's gonna be a fun trip when you done brought the woman's ops? So you want it to be fun because you want to sit there and watch them battle it out, and go down the road of what their beef is at the table or during the trip. That's fun for you. But you don't give a F about how it would make the host feel that you bringing somebody that she doesn't get along with. You get what I'm saying? And this is what Shanita was telling her. Like, you are a effed up individual for thinking that way and for doing this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So she mad because Sunny is going to be there. Oh, I didn't know she was coming. She can invite anybody she wants. It's her trip. You know what I'm saying? So no one really was checking for her. No one really was inviting. Kimmy did say hi to her, gave her a hug or whatever. I think Sunny lunged out to her first or whatever. And so Kimmy was like, oh, that's what we doing. Nobody's talking to her. Nobody's talking to Sunny. Nobody's talking. That's what y'all doing. Whatever. So, and I didn't know that Stormy had a problem. I understood that Stormy thought both of them was kind of messy. I believe she said that last week, but I didn't know she was to the point where she didn't want to really rock with her or whatever. But she let it be known that she wasn't really rocking with her when she saw her at the airport, and kind of didn't didn't really speak. But yeah, so that was a trip for them. They were shocked. And so Sunny runs back to get her bag. They all get on the plane. They pick it back up where they're on the in the car, trailing to the Airbnb. The Airbnb, Mel and her two friends, Shanita and her, the other girl, I can't think of her name, they were already there. Shanita and the friend, they picked their rooms, like two of the better rooms in the mansion. Of course, Mel has the most beautiful accommodations, as she should. She's the host. I know I would. I'm gonna have the best room in the house if it's my vacation. You know what I mean? So understood. These women flipped the hell out over rooms, y'all. And these bedrooms at these trips for these reality shows, these people be tripping about them. It all started back on Housewives of Atlanta, they used to trip out over bedrooms and stuff like that. And I see that it happens on all the other shows too, where the ladies get to tripping about bedrooms, right? And nothing's different for Huntsville. Like, they all got to tripping about these bedrooms. And it's like it's a paid trip that you didn't have to pay for. They do it on Married to Medicine and all of that. They get to tripping about these bedrooms. Kimmy and Tisha, they are a trip. I feel like Kimmy is adapting a lot of Tisha's thought process, like the way she thinks. Not completely, because she's not a complete dum-dum like Tisha, but I feel like, Kimmy, if you know that you say little sneaky stuff behind Mel's back, regardless if it's little itsy bitsy little things or not, because it may not be anything truly major that Kimmy has said about Mel present in Mel's presence and behind her back, but it's still like negative things. Why do you think this woman gonna lay you out? Just lay you out in a fabulous room with a view and this and that? Like, why do you feel like she's gonna lay you out when you know you said negative stuff to her and about her? You know, you called her name-changing ceremony corny. You didn't say that to her, but she ended up probably hearing about it because it was on them internet streets, right? You thought it was corny. You got on her. Personally, you got on her in her face and was basically trying to check her about the whole name-changing thing. You know, basically saying you didn't agree with it. Why are you doing that? You know, why wouldn't you want to keep the same name as your children? You know, judging her about that. Way back in the day, you was continuously calling Martell a good guy after all this mess you hear him doing to his wife. Regardless if he cheat, if he feels that she's cheated or not, it's like this is the mother of your kids. Why are you constantly doing negative stuff to her if y'all are divorced at this point or getting a divorce? You know what I mean? That's not a nice person who is vindictive enough to try to constantly do negative stuff to a person. And this is a person who has to take care of your children. Like, if you die tomorrow, she has to be there for the kids. You know what I mean? Like, why would you want to have mental anguish and have her all effed up in the head because of all the negative stuff you keep doing to her, and she got to take care of your kids? That's not a nice guy, Kimmy. And then the fact that you didn't want to call the mistress a mistress, that's baffling to me. That's an age-old term from back in the day for a woman dating a married man. You are a mistress. She's the side chick. Nobody just specifically make that up for coleslaw. That's what any woman is who does that. If I go date a married man tomorrow, I'm a side chick. I'm a mistress. Point blank in the period. So why wouldn't you call her that? That's what the hell she is. So all that stuff is baffling to me. So why do you feel like you gonna get the red carpet, the best treatment, the best room and all this? Why do you think that when you know how you move with her? You're frenemies at this point, Kimmy. Sorry. If you didn't know, now you know. You're a frenemy of males. Point blank in the period. And she probably only sees it for you a little bit more than Tisha is because you just got over the C word. You know, because at the end of the day, people think like, you know, all this stuff means nothing when you think about life and how precious it is. And that's probably the only reason why she sees it for you a little bit more than Tisha. Because Tisha just out cold with it. She's just out in another hemisphere with the hypocrisy, the audacity, the dumbfoundedness, the mean girl-ish. And the fact that she's just diabolical. She always wants to see a fight or see an argument at her, you know, and sit back and just drink the drink and eat the popcorn. And she likes to see it when Mel is the target. That's just her love in life. She can't even continue on growing businesses because, you know, she done dialed all that back. And like, oh, I'm just going to be a stay-at-home mom. She can't even grow the businesses because she's too busy trying to be diabolical to Mel. So, yeah. But, so all the ladies are tripping out about the rooms. Kimmy and Tisha got to go outside on the balcony and talk amongst each other about how effed up it is. And that goes away way she thinks about us. Exactly. I don't think that much about y'all. Frenemies is the best I can tell you. And it was 3 of y'all, like you said, you text me about Destiny. Okay, 3 of y'all, 3 beds. Boom. Ain't no trickery. 3 beds, 3 people. Boom. Makes sense to me. Why did you think you were going to get anything better than that? If it hadn't been 3 of y'all, it was just 2 of y'all, probably would have still bunked together. Y'all sisters-in-laws. Y'all are the Scots. and Nell, Lord help her. Her kids never lied when they said, "Ma, you need therapy," because she does. If nothing else, she needs anger management. Nell is a raving lunatic. Nell is a little chihuahua. Nell is all over the place. Nobody knows what the hell the chihuahua is constantly barking for. You don't see nobody outside. Ain't nobody at the door. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody walking by. The doorbell didn't ring. Like, the chihuahua is constantly barking and nobody know why. The little dog just tripping. That's Nell. This woman got mad because there was no name tag on her bed or her room like everybody else's. Okay, she keeps these things for keepsakes. Okay, like, oh, you could get the opportunity to look back out and say, well, this is when I went to same time as. Okay, girl, just get over it. Like you told Kimmy and them, suck it up. You're 99 years old. and God willing, we'll all reach these older ages or whatever. There's nothing wrong with being older. I'm not tripping. I'm not trying to make fun of being older. But I'm just saying, when you're at a certain age, as Wendy Williams say, when you are of a particular age, it's like the small stuff, you don't even sweat it. Like, okay, girl, you didn't get a name tag. And let me tell her, she was more upset because she didn't have a name tag than the room. I don't think she mentioned the room, but I don't even think she was that mad about the room situation. She was mad because she didn't get a name tag. It makes her feel like an outcast, I guess. She doesn't feel special. But yet you continuously get mad when male call you older and says that she's an older woman or whatever, and she's the elder. And in Nell's defense, I'm with her on that. You ain't got to keep making a beeline to say that I'm older, I'm the elder, I'm the eldest here. You know, no woman wants to hear that. No one wants to be reminded that they're older. They don't. I know I don't. You know what I mean? Like the younger girls, my niece and them, you know, I don't, you ain't got to keep reminding me of that I'm older than you and your age. So I get that in Nell's defense. Mel, I don't think she's trying to put her down as far as her age or whatever. But you don't have to keep mentioning it. It's not a conversation piece. You know what I mean? You ain't got to keep bringing that up. And not to mention, quit calling me Miss Nell. Just call me Nell. You know what I mean? You ain't got to make a point of, I'm the older one, so we're going to address her this way. We're going to call her Miss Nell, or when she come around, you know, we going to straighten up. We're not going to act this way and that way, because we don't do that in front of our mamas. You know what I mean? That's the way it seemed like Mel is thinking as it relates to Miss Nell. And you can't think that way because she's your friend. You've adopted her as your friend. You know what I'm saying? So don't treat her that way. I mean, it's not a diss to Mel or anything, but I'm just saying, I'm with Miss Nell. Don't go making no beeline like I'm the oldest one here. Even if I am the oldest one here, I don't want to hear it constantly. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so the ladies get there. Ooh, they finally, it seemed like what seemed like an hour or two, calmed down over the whole room situation. And you know, behind the cameras, it probably did go on for an hour or two or whatever. But because that was like the first 30-something minutes of the episode, to be honest. So everybody finally got a grip and got over the whole bedroom thing. But I know Sonny told Nell to go out there and, you know, check on Mel or whatever. And Nell had the nerve to go out there and come in hot again. She had the nerve to come out there and come in hot and say, what's going on? You okay, Mel? Because, you know, everybody tripping about these rooms. I'm sandwiched between y'all two, and y'all just need to suck it up. It's like, Nell, you done sat up here and barked about your room and your name tag for 45 minutes or more. And you going to come out here and tell these ladies to suck it up? I'm with Kimmy in that we didn't need you to come out here and say that. Because I ain't got to suck up nothing. And how you going to sit up here and tell somebody to suck it up when you didn't suck it up? You sit up there and bitched and yelled and screamed and whined about the room that you wanted or didn't get, and the name tag that you didn't have. But you going to come out here and just tell us to suck it up? Really? Okay. Stay out of it. So she was on point with that. Kimmy was. Now, how did it get to the point where Kimmy was ready to really argue with her? I don't know. I don't feel, did they edit something out at that very moment? Whatever, because I did see Nell walking away. But, and then before that, Nell was like, okay, who said they wanted to fight? I feel like Nell was just grasping at straws, like, at that moment. Like, she was just saying some ish. Because who did mention fighting? Like, where did that come from? And Tisha, you talking about the streets and you came from the wrong side of the track, even though you didn't like when your husband said it, but you sat there and said, girls from the South is nice till they not nice. Okay, but you need to learn the rules of the street. When someone's mad and crunked, and hyped up, you don't touch them at all. And she gonna sit up there and touch Nell to pull up her shirt. And I understand her nip was showing. Okay, I get it. But what you need to do is tell her, like, fix your shirt or whatever. You don't touch her, because what somebody will do while they hyped and mad and all this and that is assume that you striking them or getting ready to strike them. You know what I mean? She gonna get smacked up. That's a no. You don't do that. Because what it is that they not going to think about it. They're going to just strike your A and ask questions later. And then it'll come out, I was just trying to fix her shirt or whatever. Well, she didn't know that. All she knows is that y'all kind of going back and forth. Y'all kind of crunk. And you went toward her with your hand up or out or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So that's a no. You don't do that. But, and that's what Nell was saying. Like, you don't put your hands on me at all. And she's right about that. You don't do it because, something can happen from that. Something can come from that. So at that moment when Mel was trying to break it up, it was like they was just going back and forth, and Nell was constantly barking, and now they got Kimmy crunked and got to pull Kimmy away. And Kimmy has a whole new leash on life, since she's gotten rid of the C word. And she's more I won't say emotional, but she's a little bit more, I don't know, she's exploring a different side of her or something, because I've never seen her like lose it in this way to the point where she got mad to the point where it looked like if the hands could be thrown, she would have thrown them. Now, would she have been able to rock with little Miss Nell? I don't know. Because like Miss Nell said, she might back. I think Nell would have had two fists up, like bah, 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 bah. So I don't know. But Mel finally get them to calm down. They all walk up into the house. When Nell actually walks up into the house first, she tells them what's going on. They out there tripping or whatever. And she like, well, I'll end it because I'll fight back. I'll bite back. I'll do this and that. Sonny says like, hey, we sent you out there to calm things down and see what was going on. And you done got crunk. So the rest of them come in. Mel tries to call Nell over to, just reiterate things like, this is going to be a fun trip. You're going to calm down going forward. You're going to take a deep breath, this, that, and the other. And Nell's like, whatever. I'll go home. Because she don't even want to hear it. You know what I mean? She don't even want to hear that she was wrong. You know what I mean? That's somebody who can't take accountability for their actions. Therapy. But anyway, so after all of that, Mel comes back out, in a lighter moment, a lighter spirit, like, okay, we're going to have the carnival women come and da-da-da-da. So the carnival women come in and get to grabbing people to dance and this and that. So to fast forward to the sit down, the first dinner of the trip. Everyone comes in, sits down. Sunny is somber. They ask her why. She says she's just hungry. She's probably tripping because she feels the tension. Like, don't nobody really like me, but she knew this, right? But like she said, she's not used to it. So she's just a little somber or whatever, just waiting to hear and see what happens or whatever. Because more than likely, she thinks it's all going to be about her. So, yeah. So they're at the table. Tisha, of course, she the queen of throwing stones and hiding her hands. The queen of doing things and saying ish. And then when somebody gets back at her, she plays the victim. That's what Tisha does. So, right away, playing devil's advocate. No, Mel, why did you say that you're bringing your single friends? Why did you make a beeline or make it a big deal about they're single? They're single. Are you trying to say that single women have more fun? She's an idiot. I hate to call a grown-ass woman an idiot, but Tisha Scott is a damn idiot, okay? An idiot. So, Shanita says, well, y'all don't have no damn fun, and she knows. She's been a wife, so she know. You know what I mean? And lightweight, she's saying y'all gotta make sure y'all have the house clean. You know what I mean? If you got a husband who's care about that, y'all gotta have dinner on the table by a certain time of day. Y'all know y'all in the carpool lane because them damn husbands ain't going to pick up them kids. Now, in the real world, we know in real life, men do this, right? Husbands do this. They may help around the house. Sometimes they go pick up the kids, or maybe, y'all go pick up kids off and on or whatever. Some husbands cook. We all know that, right? But she's just saying in the terms of a marriage, things are happening daily, every day, day in and day out on a schedule. You know what I mean? And if you deviate from that schedule, sometimes it could be an issue. Or, you know what I mean? If nothing else, could be a question. Oh, why dinner not ready? You're not cooking today? You know what I mean? What's for dinner or whatever? So the fact that y'all just popping off, hanging out all willy-nilly is rare. You know what I mean? Because it's a schedule with a family, a husband and a wife and some kids. You know what I mean? It's basically the gist of it, right? No one's saying that married women completely and totally don't have fun or whatever. But anyway, she takes it to heart because she's an idiot. So, that's what Shanita was basically saying to her. Like, girl, y'all got to have dinner on the table. Y'all got to have this and that done. You got to go pick up them kids. Y'all ain't having no fun or whatever. And it was a laugh off because that was just the joke of it, right? So, it goes, the conversation continues on, and they get to talking or whatever about I almost forget how they got on the subject of friendship or whatever. And Shanita asks Tisha, can she be in a room with somebody or be at the table or be in a room with somebody she don't like? And Tisha was like, yes, I can. I'm an adult. And Shanita was told, Mel, watch that one, And she was like, what? Excuse me? What do you mean by that? Why are you saying watch me? Well, because if you could be in a room or that close to somebody you don't like and act that way, you are a faker. You know what I mean? You can portray one thing and really be feeling another. That's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? That can be dangerous for the other person. So I need to know that you move that way. That's the consensus, is basically what she was saying. You know what I mean? And she is basically looking stupid like a deer in the headlights because she don't get it. And she ain't acting. She didn't get it. She probably got it after the fact, but she didn't get it right then and there. You know what I mean? And like Shanita said, she saw right through her or whatever, because, they got on the subject of Sunny and Moses thing. And, even before that, Shanita was still on Tisha's trail by saying, you seem like a woman, and I don't even know you that well, and I can tell already, you seem like a woman who, basically, if things don't go your way as a friend, you gonna trip. You seem like one of these people that it has to go your way and you don't care by any means necessary. As long as you're happy and this is the way you wanted it to go, you don't care about nobody else's feelings. You know what I mean? And that's what Shanita was saying. The real definition of a friend is, and who you can tell are your real friends, is if when things don't go their way, how they act, how they respond to you. And just like Kimmy said, that is the best example I have heard as well, because that's so true. And Kimmy knows that firsthand. First of all, Kimmy ain't defending Tisha in no group setting like that anymore, I don't think. She will when it's just the original group, but when outsiders come, like Shanita and this and that, and the other lady, outsiders come in, and the way Shanita came in, she ain't about to defend Tisha. She about to sit there quiet, just like she did. Not to mention that Kimmy knows firsthand about Tisha not being fair and treating her a certain kind of way because things did not go her way. We saw a few years back when Tisha used to be all over her, and Tisha's mother was all over Kimmy, saying, you know, be a friend to her, have her back regardless if she lying or not, have her back regardless if you want to lie or not, regardless if this is not how you are or not, have her back. And Kimmy kept telling Tisha, this is not the way I operate. I don't do that. I'm not going to lie for you, you know, just for the sake of lying, just to have your back. I don't operate that way. It's not who I am. I don't do that. You know what I mean? And Tisha got mad about it. And that's why in one of those reunion specials, Kimmy was like, when Carlos King asked her, would you be friends with her if y'all wasn't family? And she was like, no. She was like, no, and she meant that. But I think somebody got in her ear, probably her husband, you know what I'm saying? And then she ended up getting sick or whatever. So she had to rethink things. And, you know, she probably was like, well, you know what? I'm going to try to support the girl a little bit more than what I was doing. Because, you know, this season and last season, she had Tisha's back a little bit more, right? We all noticed that. So, yeah, Dr. Shanita got Tisha told, and it was crickets at the table. Everybody just looking like, damn, you know, I'm quite sure that's what they're saying to themselves. And then the whole Stormy Sunny thing came up. Mel explained it to Dr. Shanita what was going on with Moses and Sunny, and right away Shanita was like, well, why everybody mad at her? Why aren't they mad at the guy, the Moses guy? Why everybody tripping on her? You know what I mean? Because he's the one who actually needed to show loyalty to Destiny. She didn't. And everybody was like, well, she was her friend. She was a friend of her. Da, da, da. Everybody was like, not everybody, but Shanita was like, no. That's her producer. She was her producer. That's not a friend. You know what I mean? If the show ends tomorrow, you ain't going to even hear from Sunny no more or whatever. It's not her fault that Destiny got the lines mixed up. Just because Destiny obviously had invited Sunny to some activities or events of whatever of hers after she left the show of producing. Just because you invited her to some stuff and she actually came does not mean that you guys are friends. Okay, and maybe maybe Destiny has learned that the hard way, you know, who knows, or whatever. But I'm guessing because Destiny actually invited Sunny to some stuff, and Sunny actually came, like Destiny says, the woman was at my birthday party. She actually sat next to Moses or whatever. She actually came to some things. She figured, oh, okay, we're friends now. And that doesn't really make you a friend just because somebody goes to something. It doesn't. I've been to a few people's situations and events and parties and things, and I'm not really friends with them. I will call them an acquaintance because I do know them, but I'm not friends with them. You get what I'm saying? Why they invited me, I don't know. You know, maybe they wanted to make a friendship with me or whatever. Maybe that was their first attempt or whatever. But just because you go to someone's event does not make you a friend. And so that's why Shanita was like, what's the definition of a friend? You know what I'm saying? So, Destiny needs to chill. You knew the man for 15 years. You ditched the man. You know what I mean? At the table, you said you had to leave him alone because, you know, he had his hands out. I remember her saying that. Regardless if he's bought her things in the past and this and that, she said that one of the reasons why she left him alone is because he started having his hand out to her, wanting things from her, money from her or whatever. Okay. And regardless of whatever the reason is why Destiny left Moses alone. She left him alone. So, girl, you didn't even want him anyway. And the fact that Sonny is not necessarily your friend. You wanted to use that as a reason to be mad. And you can feel a way. She can feel a way. It's okay for her to feel a way about the whole scenario. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Ain't nobody tripping. Well, it is people tripping, but I'm not tripping because she can feel a way about it. But it's like, girl, feel a way and just move on. Be done with it. But in Destiny's defense, it's like, okay, why y'all want to move to Huntsville? You know what I mean? Do y'all want to rub it in my face or whatever? You know, is it just a move to be able to be on the show, or are y'all really trying to rub it in my face? I think Moses is. Actually, I think Sonny is too, in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because Moses feels his ego is hurt or whatever because Destiny left him alone, and I guess he wasn't ready to leave her alone altogether, even though he had other women. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was just the gist of that at the table. It was tensions was high. People wasn't saying ish to Shanita. They was letting Shanita take the floor and had a table. Literally, Stormy wasn't saying nothing. Kimmy wasn't saying ish. Nobody wasn't saying nothing. They was just kind of just all listening to Shanita kind of get Tisha together, which in my opinion and so many other viewers' opinion was needed. She needed that slap in the face like that. She truly did. And the fact that Mel brought up the issue between Stormy and Sonny, Sonny and Trish or Krisha, because that's what the hell Trisha looked like, or Trish, or whatever her damn name is. She looked like a damn creature with that rug on her head. Like, why did you come to a tropical island with a rug on your head? Like, girl, you should have kept the lace front or got you some braids. That tight, hot looking damn hairdo. And then, I'm sorry, she just looks a hot mess. A hot ghetto mess with that on her head. That is the most disgusting, ugliest hairdo. And it doesn't become her. It makes her look worse. I just don't like it. And she looks hard and just, ugh. Yeah. But anyway, she could have kept the hair she's been wearing on for this trip. You know, you want something free flowing and whatever, and that's all tight to her head and the color fucked up. Yes, that is disgusting. But anyway, Trish, or Krisha, that's what I'm calling her for this trip, Krisha, because that's what she looks like, a Krisha, and no offense to anyone whose name is actually Krisha or nickname is Krisha, I'm just saying that's an ugly hairdo on Krisha. So Mel brought that up, the beef between, or not beef, but the issue between Krisha and Sonny, and Krisha was like, oh, well, you know, I ain't got no problem with her. I'm just not going to be cordial with her. I'm not going to be talking to her. It's like, girl, what do you have against her? What do you know? You new to the group. You know what I'm saying? You don't really know nothing from nothing. You know what Destiny has told you. Okay? But you don't have no dog in the fight. You ain't really that cool with Destiny. You're training her. Y'all not friends. You know, people get that line in the sand between friendship and business mixed up. You're not necessarily Destiny's friend, even though y'all might have talked about personal stuff. You're not really her friend. You're her trainer. Okay? I mean, you being cordial with her. I'm not saying that you got to be friends with Sonny, but you can be cordial with her. You can say hello, good night, goodbye, good morning. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you've decided to side with Destiny and not F with her or not talk with her. Excuse me. And it's like, girl, you new to the group. You know, how dare you pick sides? You know what I mean? People still looking at you sideways from your business between Ken and your ex. That's still not explained. We got some really good clarity from your soon-to-be ex-husband, but it's no benefit of you. You still, well, he's my husband, but I'm not married. Girl, learn how to communicate. Learn how to communicate. But she's so caught up in her lies. She one of them people seem like she don't know what she lied about. That's why she take a long time to explain. And it's why she go all the way around the world and back just to come back and say, I ain't married yet. And then this is my partner. It's like, girl, you got the man living with you and your kids. And he's been living there with you. Your ex or your husband or soon to be ex lives out of state. Why are you calling this man your partner or whatever she referred to him as? That's your man. It's point blank in the period. Like, he's your man. He's your boyfriend. Why are you saying, well, my partner? It's like, girl, that's your man. If he ain't your man, and you're not comfortable with saying that, why do he live with you and your kids? If it's somebody that you're not sure of or you don't really want to give a title to, but yet he's okay to be up and around your kids living with you. Girl, she's so backwards. I cannot stand Krisha. I can't. Okay? But anyway, so that was really the gist of the episode, y'all. It was a well-needed mess. Like I said, it was a mess that really needed to be cleaned up. And so I'm okay with trying to clean up that mess because it needed to be said. Somebody really needed to hit Tisha with that type of reality in that same way. Nice, nasty, it ain't got to get all crunk with a fight, but somebody really needed to hit her with that, and I'm glad it was Shanita. It gave a whole new element to the scene, to the show in general, and it's more to come with the next 2 episodes. I think after the second episode, that will be the last one. So I'm anxious to see that. Really excited about the next 2 episodes to come. You guys drop down in the comments. Tell me what you think about this episode, y'all. Please tell me what you think about Shanita getting Tisha told. Tell me what you think about Kimmy and Tisha feeling like they should have got the red carpet by way of rooms, knowing how they move with Mel. They're frenemies at this point. Mel, Tisha, and Kimmy are frenemies of Mel. Right or wrong. Please drop down in the comments. I do talk back. Like the video, subscribe, and until next time, guys. Bye.